Alrighty, hi soul family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today off the bat, the theme for today's reading is going to be letting go of stories that no longer serve this new version of you. Okay, so that's what came through in my meditation, and off the bat, Spirit is calling us to rewrite the stories that we tell ourselves why we can't trust certain people or why we shouldn't trust people in general, because it closes us off to new connections and meeting people who can ultimately change our lives for the better, because not everybody out there is the same type of people that you've experienced in the past. But when we allow certain people to change the way we show up, we still attach ourselves to old stories, okay? We still attach ourselves to the past and to those people. So it's very important that we learn to let go of it, because that way we are open to whatever Spirit wants to bless us with. When I say that, I want you guys to keep an open mind, because, whenever we are hurt in situations, we tend to we tend to not be open to letting go of that pain. We wear that pain and that story for life, right? And when we do that, we don't allow ourselves to move forward, and experience what we are meant to experience, right? We kind of block our own blessings in that sense. And we know that, and I feel like sometimes we feel like if we hold on to the story, or that grudge or that resentment, that somehow that other person will feel how they will understand that they made us feel bad, and it's like those people tend to just be all right. They be sleeping at night. they be okay, and you be the one up with all this like emotional pain, this emotional turmoil, and it's like you're not sleeping, you're not allowing yourself to really feel, and I want you to ask yourself this question: if it wasn't, how would I behave if what kind of person would I be if the things that happened to me didn't happen? Who would I be? Would you be more trusting? Would you be more loving? Would you be more open? Would you be less fearful? Just sit with those questions. I'm not telling you to run and hop and forgive and do all these things, but it's just like, these are just questions for you to be open to this love that Spirit wants to bring into your life. Because I feel like there's some type of resistance to letting go of the past that's coming up for the collective. And it has to do with former heartbreak, that former things that you've been through in the past, right? But it's like, this is your winning season. So we have to sit with certain things that are blocking us, certain stories that we tell ourselves that why we can't experience love, or why we will never have the perfect friend or the best friend, or whatever it is that you actually want to experience. Because at the end of the day, as humans, we want to experience connection. Okay? Everybody wants to experience love. Whether or not they want to admit it or not, it is just what we all came here to do. Okay? And forgiveness is always for you. It's not for the other person. And that's why I wanted to start off by saying, we are the ones that are feeling it. We're the ones that are up at night, not them. You know what I mean? And it's like, forgiveness lets you off the hook, so you don't have to carry that burden anymore. It's not to say that you're excusing what happened to you, or this person shouldn't pay for their karma. But it's like, even as I say that, it's like the devil energy wants us to feel as if like we're against each other, or like we should take someone else's karma into our own hands. Whenever we are hurt and we give it to the divine, we allow for God, angels, whatever you believe in, to do the work that they need to do in that situation. But when we hold it in our hearts, it's like we're carrying that burden, we're carrying that heavy load, and it's like your energy, your mind is always ruminating on this person, and it's like ultimately they're draining your energy and they're no longer with you, right? So, and when I say like being open to forgive, you can just start by being open. You don't have to say I'm gonna forgive right now and that's it, because your heart will know when it's time to let go. But it's like when we when we continue to think about the things and the reasons why this person did me wrong, or why I'm holding a grudge, we have not begun to let go of it. Okay, it's always like pointing the finger at this person, pointing the finger at that person. And I'm not saying that what happened to you wasn't it wasn't painful. It's to say that this person, they're sleeping at night. And if you aren't sleeping, this is beginning to mess with your own energy, okay? And it's like you don't get back at that person, you're getting back at yourself, right? But when we give it to the divine, I don't know if any of y'all know, but like, no. Well, I mean, I know you guys know because it's like you're chosen. So you know when people do something to you, their life doesn't end up in rainbows and unicorns, you know? Like, for example, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Like, I was with someone in the past, and this person did me to filth, complete filth. And after that, shortly after, they reached back out to me because, like, you know, I was like the only person they ever dated that had like the crystals and the stuff. So, you know, people always think that when you're into like these things that you send something out to get them, but it's really just their karma spinning the block. And you know, that phone call, it, like, as sad as whatever happened to them it was just like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it gave me a little peace because I was like, you know, my angels got me. And that's when I realized that I can give my karma, like, I can give the karma that other people do me to the divine. They got it. I don't have to worry about it because the minute I stopped thinking about that person, karma spin the block and got them back. Okay? And I'm not gonna be one of those people that be telling you she foo foo. Okay? Sometimes we do want justice for the things that happen to us, but if we carry it in our hearts, it's like it doesn't free us. Okay? And those people get to sleep at night all fine, and you over here not sleeping. I don't know how best to say it, but it's just like, guys, it's like we're being called to detach from past relationships that didn't serve us in the past, because it's like we're entering into a completely new reality where a lot of chosen ones are being blessed with the things that was being blessed with complete fulfillment. Like, everything that your heart desires is what spirit wants to give you at this time. But if you're like holding on to the stories that you formed out of pain, then that's exactly what we're going to keep on experiencing, right? And I'm going to give you an example because I think the best way to explain this energy is through examples right now. And you guys are really, this collective I'm speaking to, you're breaking cycles. So I'm just going to explain this. So it's like, for example, for me, I've always found it hard to to really let go of, like, give people second chances, right? And you know, it's it's very much a joke where, like, people say Capricorns don't really like give second chances, they just kind of build a wall. But it's real, like, it's really real. I know a lot of Capricorns that are like that, because it's just like we love very intensely, and then once you do something, it's like it's hard for us to go back to how it was before. So I really had to sit with myself and say, like, where did that story come from? Like, in my childhood, I wasn't able to fully let go and trust, right? So what does that mean for me now? Because I'm evolving and I'm changing, but I also have to give myself grace, because it's like the same energy we put out there is the same energy we give ourselves. So it's like Capricorns, we build a wall, right? When it comes to somebody hurting us we don't give second chances. But when it comes to us, we are such hard perfectionists. So we give ourselves that same energy. So it's like whenever we make a mistake, we ruminate on it, overthink on it, judge ourselves for it. But it's like, if we just loosen the slacks, loosen it up a little bit and say, you know what? Some people do deserve second chances. Like, I can give them a second chance, but I get to decide who gets to have that second chance, right? So if somebody does a non-deal breaker, like they cheat on you, you could be like, that is when I don't even consider a second chance. But if it's a friend that maybe they said something and it's like they didn't really understand how they hurt you, but they were willing to hear you out and actually have that conversation, then maybe that person can have that second chance because they're open-minded. You know, maybe open-minded people can have that second chance because they're willing to put their pride and their ego to decide to apologize, right? But people who can't do that, maybe you don't give those people a second chance, but you don't continue the storyline that says, I never give anybody a second chance. Because as humans, we always make mistakes. And when you give other people that grace too, you also give that grace to yourself. I don't know if you ever noticed, but like the most judgmental people, they judge themselves very harshly, you know, very, very harshly. Yeah, and the spirit is saying, like, you know, this is a time where a lot of us are in recovery from negative self-talk, like how we treat ourselves, how just like recovering from a lot of heartbreak. Because it's like a lot of this collective I'm speaking to, it's like whenever you were hurt in the past, you internalized it. And it's like if you ever cut somebody off, it's like you thought about whether or not you did the right thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that's could be some of the reasons why this collective can't really let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to. But it's like, what stories do you want to tell yourself now? What stories do you want to have now? You know what I mean? And if it's like, if you want friendships but you don't believe that you could trust anyone, it's like you're energetically blocked off from that. You know what I mean? So it's like working through the things, this just working through your past and the pains that you experienced during those phases of your life. Because it's like this new phase that you're entering into, things are changing for you. Like spirit is saying that you're entering your 10 of cups moment, and this is where you're going to be completely fulfilled, but you have to let go of the way you used to think, the way you used to view people. And this is like, if you're hearing what I'm saying and it's like your body's completely rejecting it, maybe you're not ready yet. Okay, maybe you're not ready yet to really let go of some of the pain that you've really felt in the past. And you know, there's this book that I was reading, I'm not finished with it, but so far it's called like so it's called Letting Go. But like so far what I've learned is like, he talks about how whenever we hold on to like the pain like someone causes us, it's because we choose to. It's not any other reason. It's like, you know, like it's almost like this feeling where we want to say, okay, that person's wrong, they did me wrong, you know. And it's like, and I'm not saying, I don't know, like I feel like it's very hard for me to describe forgiveness. It really does take time. It really does take time. And I will never tell this collective, like, because I'm really getting sensitive energy. And it's like, I wouldn't tell this collective to just let go and release the pain until you are ready. I would say whenever you're ready. Because it's like, only, we can't move on if we don't want to move on, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, if you think holding on to this is making that other person feel it, it's not. It's really not. It's only harming you. And I think that's the part that really sucks, because it's just like you wish that these people would just understand how they did you. But not everybody is empathetic. Not everybody is willing to put their pride and ego to the side. And some people, they got demons inside of them that are really running the show, and they don't even know it. Like that's my honest opinion. It's like some people be having certain energies on them and they don't even know it. And it's like, you can't waste your time with those type of people. It's like when you choose to manifest new connections, what you're looking for in that person, will you be able to extend grace to that person as well? I think that's the best question that you need to ask yourself. If the answer is no, then you're not ready. You're not ready, because as humans, we're going to make mistakes, and no one's perfect. And when you start to stop holding yourself to that perfect standard, you stop doing that with other people too. Like, it starts with you. It begins and ends with you. So I'm going to say this. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to bring that person back into your life. It simply means that you're willing to let go of them. Your thoughts, it's like when you decide to let go of someone but you're still thinking about them, you haven't let go of them yet, okay? And maybe to break that cycle, you can always visualize cutting the cord, thanking them for whatever lesson they taught you, no matter how painful that lesson may have been, you know? But when you're ready for that, not before. I feel like some of you guys may be frustrated because you really do want to let go, but if it's like you're finding it hard. And I feel like I need to say to this collective, maybe it's the resistance that you're trying to rush through. For some of you guys, you might be trying to rush through and like forgive, but your heart isn't ready. And that's why I say your heart will know when they're ready to really, like, when it's really ready to let go of the person that hurt you in the past. But until then, you really can't rush it. And this is a exercise I like to do where I visualize the person, and I allow whatever feelings come up to just come up. And I say that I surrender to my feelings. I surrender to the attachment I had to this person, and I surrender my feelings. I thank the person for whatever lesson they came into my life to teach me. So for example, I'll be like, thank you for teaching me to love myself more and to trust my intuition. But I'm ready to release you now. Thank you for, that. And I release you now, and I visualize them walking away. And I do that as many times as they pop up into my mind. And I promise you guys, over time, it will get better. But if you're looking for quick results, no, darling, it ain't quick. Forgiveness ain't quick. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Forgiveness is not quick. Sometimes you go through ups and downs, anger, out of anger. But it's like we don't need to attach ourselves to the feelings that we feel. So it's like, even if you feel angry towards this person, just say, I feel angry, but I am not an angry person. Do not let this person change your heart posture, because it's like, that's when we're still being controlled by the pain that they cause us, right? But when you cut that cord, it's like you're letting go of that, the version they created of you, right? I hope that makes sense. Because I feel like even as I'm trying to explain this, it still feels a little bit unclear. But I don't know. I feel like for this collective, I want to say that your angels will be speaking to you about things will become clearer for you soon. And that mental chatter that you're feeling in your mind, it will clear, but you can't try to rush it. Sometimes we just have to surrender to our feelings. That's really just it. And, as spiritual people, we try to bypass, we try to be enlightened all the time, but it's like, babes, you gotta feel. We came here to feel. So as painful as it may be, just feel it. Surrender to the feeling. The more you surrender to the feeling and just not try to change it, is the more it'll pass through your body. It doesn't stay stuck. But when we try to ignore it, or we try to take certain substances to not feel it, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just like you're putting band-aids over it. And then if you ignore it, it just gets louder and louder and louder. But it's like, you guys, a manifestation is coming into your life, and it's very close for you. I don't even need the cards. I feel like the manifestation that you truly want and desire, it's something big, but it requires community. And I think for this collective, you've spent your entire life as a solo, just like a one-man show, lone wolf, you know what I mean? And you had no problem cutting other people off. But it's like Spirit is saying that, can you open your heart just a little bit? Because it's like this manifestation, there'll be people who come in and actually help you and not have an agenda or try to gain something from you. But it's like when you look through your life through a certain lens, as if I can never trust anyone, that's all you're gonna see. You're not gonna be able to see the people who can come and actually be there for you and have a genuine heart, because you guys are really attracting soul connections, from soulmate connections, soul fulfillment, complete, just your dream career, whatever manifestation that you are dreaming up is coming in fast. But it's like, this is that final step to reaching that. I hope this is making sense. It's like you have to break out of these cycles, and you have to choose that. You can't expect people to feel bad for what they did to you, because it's like, not everybody will. And that's the sad truth. I wish I could say, you know what, this person feels bad for how they treated you, but they don't. Can you find a way to move on, even without an apology, even without them caring? Can you free your heart from that pain? Do you want to experience the life that you always dreamed of, with people who you can actually genuinely trust? And these people, they may have taught you to love yourself more. They may have taught you to really come back home to you. Trust and listen to your intuition. So, what do I want to pull for this card? I'm going to pull a light activation code for this group, because it is one of them days. And I'm going to pull also I'm going to pull this for this collective, whatever codes you may need. spirit messages as well as a mindful message. Spirit messages and then a mindful message to close off. Okay. Let's see. You guys, like, I just want to say I'm sending you love. Like, I'm not really coming on here to judge you. I feel like I don't want you to feel like, you know, everybody's telling you to forgive, but you're not ready. That's why I said only, like, stay on if you're truly ready to hear this message. But it's about you wanting that life for yourself. And we choose that life when we no longer allow people from the past to take up mental space, to take up space in our energetic field, mentally, physically, whatever, you know. And we don't engage in the bait. Like, you know, sometimes people from our past try to bait us. When they see us moving on or leveling up, they try to get you angry. They try to, like, you know, be all up in your energy. But it's really just, how badly do you want your life that you're manifesting, you know? Are you really ready to change? Are you really ready to break the cycles, or are you resisting it? Maybe you're replaying over and over and over again what this person said to you. What you should have said, what you should have did. Okay, Spirit. Light codes for this collective. Okay. We got this card again. That's crazy work. Let's see. I'm pretty sure one of the last readings I did got the same card. But it's Hather light codes. It's light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. So you guys are really, this collective, you're really being called to call your power back to yourself. Okay? This person may have left you feeling powerless, but you are a powerful being. Okay, you can sit down, visualize this person, be like, I'm calling my power back to me, I'm calling my energy back to me, charged and cleansed. And you just visualize that, like, coming back into your body. Sit in meditation, do that as many times as you need to, because yeah, I feel like this collective, you're being called to really just slow down and be present with your heart. I feel like you guys think that this manifestation is going to come to you by doing something externally, or breaking your back, continuing to work. And it's like the delay that you're experiencing is that Spirit wants you to be present with these emotions. Be present with what you're feeling, okay? Allow it to pass through you. Let's see. Hather light codes. 42. Okay, yeah. Completion. This cycle is ending, guys. I don't want you to feel like, if you, especially if you stay till the end, like, you're really, that's letting me know that you really want to let go of whatever this person's energy is. So it's like, let's get the codes for you guys. Okay, so it says, to connect with this card, visualize a pillar of light descending from the heart of the midnight sky, bathing your body in infinite light. Then once you visualize that, chant Hather, Hather, Hather. So you could do that 3 times to draw the Hathorian energy towards you. If there's an aspect of your life that needs light, think of it now. So while you're chanting that, think of whatever aspect of your life that needs that light. So maybe it's this situation that Spirit's talking about right now. Okay, and then this is your message. This is a light immersion. You are experiencing a full system upgrade. The infinite solar light of the Hathers is surrounding you now. This is a time of expansion and excitement. You are filled with unlimited potential. The gifts that were once in darkness are now being brought into the light. The parts of yourself that were once hidden are now being seen. Life is being restored. If you have been experiencing sluggishness or tiredness, this is now being washed away. Something ancient has awakened within, and you are remembering why you are here. Welcome home to your light. So I feel like gone are the days where people make you feel powerless. Gone are the days where people dictate how you feel, how you see yourself. A lot of this collective, you have to go through some hard lessons with people. And that might be why you've closed yourself off to love. But it's like, because you have such a big heart, Spirit wants to bless you with more love. A different kind of love than what you've experienced in the past. Like real, honest love, truthful love, genuine love. But you have to be ready to experience that. And when we're ready to experience that is when we're not carrying those heavy burdens. You know, like every time we have resentment towards another person, that is a burden to carry, you know? And I'm not saying, like, don't feel these feelings. I'm saying allow it to pass through you, but don't stay attached to it. Okay? because I will never tell this collective to bypass anything, because I'm a 101% a feeler. I need to feel it. I'll be going through all the emotions. Sometimes I'm like, damn. God, like, I really thought this whole spiritual journey was going to be all light, and they lied. They lied. That's literally why I signed up for this. And then I was like, what is this? What is this? Felt like I got scammed. But, you know, it makes sense why we have to feel all our emotions. Can't just bypass it and just, you know, embrace our light side. Then our shadow gets real mad. Trust me, I learned it the hard way. I tried to. So this is not me passing judgment on nobody, because I've been there. All right, Spirit. Any messages from my collective? Any other? Oh, okay. Damn. Sometimes these cards be like startling me. Okay. All right. So let's read these. I'm back. Okay. So it says, you are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. So if you guys are feeling frustrated with not being able to let go of whatever this energy is, this person is, you will be able to. It may not be in the time that you wanted to, maybe not right now, but it's you're very close to being able to let this person go, let this situation go, whatever it is that you're holding on to. Okay, you are destined to succeed. So don't ever think that holding on to this is going to like throw away your manifestation. It's just going to be like completely withheld from you. It's just like, it's when you are ready to choose this new life, when you're really ready to experience this, when you're really ready to experience this complete bliss, complete fulfillment, love, joy, safety, is when it'll come in. Okay. So look past what you feel are your incompatibilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. You are strength, and you are a beautiful soul. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. So don't ever think because of the things you've been through that you aren't a loving and genuine person. Okay. And you know, this collective I'm speaking to, you know your weaknesses, you know your faults, but that doesn't mean that it defines you as a person. Okay. Free yourself from the self-imposed judgment. You are a human being, and you're allowed to make mistakes too. Slow down and take your time. There is no need to rush everything. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. So these blessings cannot be held from you. They're yours. Okay? So you don't have to ever worry about whether or not you're trying to rush through this process of healing. Your heart will know when to let go in time. Okay? At the perfect time. It's never a beat late. Okay? Trust yourself more. Know that you are in the right place at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves to you when they are meant to, all in divine timing. Get excited about the future again instead of fearing it. So when you know you've let go of this past pain, these past stories that you tell yourself, you will no longer fear meeting new people. You will no longer fear what's to come to you, because you've let go of those stories. Okay, those are not your stories anymore. You're done with that. Okay, you're entering into a world where it's completely different. You wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. Okay? Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? So you haven't even experienced these type of this reality. You haven't even experienced it yet. You have no idea what it's going to feel like. You have no idea what it's going to look like, but you have to open your mind up to it. You have to be ready. Let's close off with a mindful message. Okay. Oh my god, as I'm saying that, my booty is sweating right now. I don't know why it just randomly got so hot in here. It's getting hot in here. like winter, you know? It's energy. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Any mindful messages, Spirit, for this collective? Okay, so I'm going to take that. And this one's calling me. It calls me. Okay. Follow my joy. Today I will write down 10 things I enjoy doing, the things that make me feel good and raise my mood. Then I'll pick one or as many as I feel guided to and go do it. When I'm having fun and enjoying life, I'm in a state of allowing for all that I desire. That's beautiful. Okay. Doing our best. We are all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I take is okay. No matter the outcome, I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, honey. Everybody makes them. And if anybody says that they don't, they lying. They're 101% lying, okay? Like, maybe nobody's seen it when they did it. So, yeah, nobody's perfect. Alrighty, so I'm sending you so much love. Have a good day, guys. Just take it easy.